Hi everyone, my name is Luana Bessa and I am a licensed psychologist in the state of Massachusetts. I wanted to share this message in light of everything that's been going on currently around the coronavirus, both in our country and internationally. I was thinking about how here in the United States, for so many of us, we are not used to spending time on our own. We're so used to being distracted and being connected, even if we don't feel connected, right? Being around other people. And for a lot of us, the idea of having some extended time on our own, right? Some of us are being asked to self-quarantine after travel. Some of us are self-isolating purposefully in the context of this virus in order to protect ourselves and our communities, especially those of us who are immunocompromised, right? Those of us who have underlying health concerns, especially respiratory issues. And I know a lot of us are also being asked to work from home from our companies. So a lot of us all of a sudden are thrown into long stretches of time that may not be structured, that we may be spending alone, because a lot of us live alone. And even if we don't live alone, it's certainly an experience to just be around a couple of people, whether it's roommates or families, for an extended period of time. And so I wanted to share this video to talk about the importance of taking care of our emotional health, our psychological health, our spiritual health, and not just our physical health. So there is some encouragement that's being given in the media for folks to think about mental health, but a lot of us don't know how to do that, right? How do I deal with long stretches of unstructured time by myself? How do I deal with my loneliness? How do I deal with uncertainty about how all of this is going to play out? And so I just want to emphasize the importance of taking those questions seriously and not just focus on things like hand sanitizer and keeping a responsible distance from other people, although of course that's really important. So I have some thoughts around how one might do that. One thought that I have is that it would be so meaningful to potentially create virtual dates, either with friends or family or loved ones, to be able to meet face to face through FaceTime or WhatsApp or Skype or whatever medium you choose, as a way to intentionally and consistently connect with those you love. If you have pets like I do, I don't know if you've noticed the swishing tail back and forth. There's a black cat who's very insistent about being on my lap. I could not get her off me. For those of us who have pets, this can be a really wonderful time to bond with our pets and take in the therapeutic energy that they have to offer us. All they want to do is to love us, and they're so happy that we're home. They don't know what's going on. So really enjoying our animals as we're preparing our own food, to just prepare it with love and really take that time to just not take just a half-hour lunch break and really be with those meal times. For those of us who are around other people, for those of us who have families, we can make mealtime a very special time to be fully present with each other, as opposed to being distracted by our phones or even the news, to just take that time and separate it out. So I do plan to post more videos with more ideas, but I wanted to start just with this encouragement for everyone to be very mindful about what it is that you need to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually. One more thing that I do want to share is, in times of uncertainty, sometimes there can be the temptation to panic a little bit. And a lot of us believe that our feelings are linked directly with our circumstances. And in fact, that's not the case. Our feelings are linked with our thoughts about our circumstances, with the meaning that we give those circumstances. And I can give you an example because this might just sound crazy if you've never heard this before. But let's take a romantic breakup, for example. If I have a romantic breakup, that is inherently painful. I'm not making that up. It is painful. But how I deal with the breakup, how I make sense of it, is going to greatly determine my experience of it. So, for example, on the one hand, I could say, this relationship didn't work out because it wasn't working. And I can take this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Minnie, shush. I'm making a video. It's very important. I can take this as an opportunity to grow and learn so that I can be more successful in relationships moving forward, right? So there's a growth-oriented mindset. There's an acceptance of what happened. It might still be painful, but it's very different than, for example, if I say, this relationship didn't work out and there must be something really wrong with me. I'm unlovable. There's something fundamentally damaged about me. I'm going to end up alone, just like, this bully or my mother told me, right? I'm always going to end up alone. You see how these two interpretations of the breakup are going to lead to very different experiences of it. So if anybody out there watching this video is having that temptation to panic, just think about how panic comes not from the circumstance alone, but by the thoughts and the behaviors that you're using as you cope with them, right? So something really important to do is to learn how to soothe your body. And that might be breathing exercises. It might mean calling someone you love and just hearing the sound of their voice and feeling comforted by it. It might mean just slowing down, taking a deep breath. So I just want to offer some general ideas. As a city, I'm in Boston. We're currently in a state of emergency. As a state, as a country, as a world, all of us are figuring out how best to protect our communities, and it is an uncertain time. So I wanted to offer this message of encouragement and this message just urging you to think of what do you need to take care of your emotional body, of your spiritual body, of your psychological self, and to prioritize that as much as everything else. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, there's one more thing that I did want to mention, the importance of having a structure. So if anyone is listening to this video and is stuck at home, either working from home or self-quarantining or self-isolating, I myself do have asthma, which means that I'm at increased vulnerability with this virus. And so that is one of the reasons that I am working from home currently, and I'm only seeing clients virtually, in addition to just recommendations for what they're calling social distancing, which means staying at least a few feet away from people. So as I think about this time that I and so many other people are going through, where we're spending extended time at home, I urge anyone who's in that situation to take a little time, get out a sheet of paper or your calendar on Google, whatever you use, and set up a routine for yourself, right? When am I going to wake up? When am I going to go to bed? When am I going to have my meals? Am I going to do stretching, right? How am I going to get exercise in? So that your days really have a set structure. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there so that I don't overwhelm anybody. But I'm thinking of you all. I'm sending you love, and just take good care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.